Tiga. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to our video, our presentation for final report for Practicum PFD and Techni. So let's start with Alvin. Alvin, if you may.
The first, I will explain about the business description. Dollhouse Corp manufacture and sells puzzle house educational toys. The second is, the factory and office is located in Bandung Regency. The next is Dollhouse Corp sell its product nationwide. And the last is Dollhouse Corp targeting educational institutions and families. Next we have a SDP analysis. The first is segmenting. Geographic puzzle house is sold nationwide. Demographic puzzle house is an educational toy intended for children aged 4 until 7 years old. And then psychographic puzzle house is sold to early age educational institution, preschool equivalent, and commercial market to middle class family. And the last is behavior. The company focus on partnership with early age educational institution due to the majority of demand come from early age educational institution. The next is targeting. The company target early age educational institution such as preschool and daycare. And the last is positioning. Puzzle House is an educational toy intended for children aged 4 until 7 years old with the tagline of edukasi yang menyenangkan. Next is a marketing mix. The first is price. We will sold we are product around 600,000 rupiah, and the place company is located in the Bandung Regency. The product Puzzle House is an educational toy attendant for children aged 4 until 7 years. Promotion product is promoted directly through our website and on Expo. The next is marketing strategy and planning. Marketing activity is split into event, expo, and exhibition and website upkeep. Event attendance costs 1,050,000 rupiah and website upkeep costs 300,000 per year. With 2% expected cost increase, the projected marketing cost is shown below. Next, the next is production planning. Sales are expected to grow at the rate of 1%. The first is sales target based on field survey and the production volume. The data you will see in below. Next, the next is a value change model. Value change is divided into two main categories. The first is support and the primary activities. Element of support activities is infrastructure, HR management, teach development, and procurement. And the second is primary activities. The first element was inbound logistic, operational, operation, outbound logistic, marketing and sales, and the last is service. The next is organization before recruitment. The first position is CEO, specialist HRD staff, specialist finance staff, marketing and sales manager, staff marketing and sales, production manager, and the last is operation manager. Next. This is a flow chart for recruitment process. Next. And the next is HRM post recruitment. This is organizational before after recruitment. Next. And the next is data for direct labor salary and cost. Next. Next. This is the first data for beginning recruitment, and the second data is special case of recruitment. Next. This is a cost description for salary and allowance, total recruitment, accident insurance, life insurance, healthcare insurance, welfare employee, THR, and bonus. Next. The next is indirect labor salary and cost. The first is before data for recruitment, and the second is data for after recruitment. Next. The next is beginning recruitment. And the second is special case of recruitment that the total you will see in the below. And the next is a cost description data for a salary and allowance, recruitment process and selection process, accident insurance, life insurance, healthcare insurance, welfare employee, THR, and the bonus. Next. The next is executive salary and cost. The first data is for before recruitment, and the second data is after recruitment. Next. The next is data for beginning recruitment, and the second data is for special case of recruitment. The total you will see in the below. Next. The next is data for cost description. The first is salary and allowance, and then recruitment process and selection process, accident insurance, life insurance, healthcare insurance, welfare employee, THR, and the last is bonus. Next. For more information about financial aspect, we'll explain Gabrina.
Now financial data. Financial data have direct cost, factory over cost, and operating cost. Next. The next is funding. The funding we have get result of our recruitment and source of fund, owner equity 80% and bank loan 20%. Next. The next is cost of goods sold. In the cost of goods sold, we have direct cost, over cost, and the last table of calculation product selling cost. The slide. Next. The next is profit loss. The profit loss, we have income, COGS, COGM, factor over cost. The data you can see in the slide. Next. The next is operational cost. The data you can see in the slide. Next. The next is cash flow. In cash flow, we have estimate cash flow and estimate cash outflow. The data you can see in the slide. Next. The next is balance sheet. In balance sheet, we have asset. In the asset, we have current asset, fixed and intangible asset, and fixed asset. The next is liability and owner equities. Liability and owner equities, we have two. The first is liabilities and the second is owner equities. Next. The next is NPV and PBB analysis. From the result NPV and PBB analysis, we have payback period 40.18 years. Next. The next is IRR analysis. The result IRR analysis, we have get result is 11.53 thousand. Next. The next is BCR analysis. And the results BCR we get 1.35. Next. The next is raw material price sensitivity. The data you can see in the slide. Next. The next is selling price sensitivity. Selling price sensitivity, a decrease in selling product price of 0.4 and the second addresses in selling product price of 0.5%. Next.
Okay,
The
thank you,
next
Gaby.
explain will be frame.
Okay, now moving on. First, for our facilities and layout design, first we have to decide the candidate for its location. So we have 3 candidates in Bandung Regency, in Bandung City, and also in West Bandung Regency. So after we calculate the supplier distance from each candidate to our suppliers, we have the data shown on the screen. So, and then we have to identify the relevance factor to select our location. So the first one is the minimum wage. It will affect labor cost, and then we have land cost, land availability, supplier distance, human resource quality and capability, and then infrastructure, and also in nature disaster risk, and also potential market. So those factors and then are weighted according to its quality, whether it's quantitative or qualitative factor. So the way we weighted those factors, you can see on the screen. And then we will determine the score for each factor in every alternatives. With the data that we have before, we will compare them and then grade them according to each weight for each factors. So and then we normalize those factor scores. So for example, in the UMK, for each alternative or candidates, we have assigned a score which from 0 to 100, and then we'll normalize them to 1 to 0. And then after we determine the multiplication weighted rate with each factor, after so this the selected area that we choose. Okay, now moving on. We have the routing sheet for our production activities. So this routing sheet is spread for each activities from furniture making to assemblies and so on and so forth. So in this routing sheet, we have operations, we have facilities name, we have processing time, and then so on and so forth until we find the number of total actual machines that we need to produce our products. So when we decide to which MHE or material handling equipment that we will use, first we have to determine stacking. So how many of our supplies or equipment can fit inside one material handling equipment. So the score, the measurements you can see on the screen. So next we have material handling equipment requirement and also frequency. So each frequency, how many times our MHE is used for each movement operation. So let's see from workstation A to workstation B, or in this case, from A to B, B to C, and C to K. Each one of them uses one MHE per time, and the MHE required, the material handling equipment required for each movement is one. So we only need one MHE. So for our facility size, we calculate from the amount of machine, its length and width, and also its allowance for operator movement. And then we also add the office, toilet, musola, parking area, smoking area, and also a security post to complete our facility. So with the total area of 901 meter. And then we have our from to chart, which displays the cost for each movement. So from our previous table, we have the list of movements, material movements. So from to chart shows its movement in a table form and also displays its cost. So ARC, or activity relationship chart, defines the degree of relationship between each activities. And then we have our final layout. So this is the layout that we have optimized using WinKSB And also we have added the office area, and then the parking area, musala, and also toilet. And don't forget the security post and smoking area. So thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.